Another big factor in land reform is land registration, and big changes there when land is sold or transferred. Now, currently, any land that in the Highlands that's not been sold or transferred since 2002, 2003, around about that kind of time, will still be on the old seizing register. Now, any transfer of that land or dealing with that land, so granting a mortgage over a security to a bank, will now automatically mean a transfer of the land to the new land register. And what the registers have to do is transpose what can be fairly old title plans onto the new land register. The reason they want to do this is to get everything mapped by 2024 onto their records, so they can see in 2024 we know who owns everything in Scotland, and there's a line on the current OS map showing what it is.
So what are the implications then for businesses of this shift to the new land register?
In the Highland area, if property's not been dealt with since about 2002, 2003, it'll be on the old Register of Seizings. Now, the old seizing maps are not as good, obviously, as up-to-date OS plotting. So what happens is, if there's any transfer or dealing of that property now, that will automatically induce a transfer of the property to the new land register, and the old title deeds will need to be mapped on the new land register. Now, often the results of that mapping exercise are surprising. For example, you may own a property, there's a bit of verge or road, and you encroach onto that, and you've owned the property for 20 years, encroached for 20, 30 years. No one has bothered about it. You'll assume that's part of your property. You may even have built on that extra bit. Suddenly, when your old title plans come to be plotted on the OS map, there's a gap. You don't actually own that bit. So as well, to try and get that sorted out, if we can now, and deal with that as part of the process of transferring to the new land register. Now, that will automatically happen if there's any dealing with the property at all now. Mm-hmm. So we're advising clients to try and get their mapping done now, and possibly even do a voluntary registration. Even if there's no transfer or mortgage, nothing happening at all, you can voluntarily apply to have your title deed transferred to the new land register. Another reason to do that is because the keeper of the registers has this target to do everything by 2024, they can actually pull in any titles out there and do that exercise themselves, just to make sure that target date is met. You're better doing it yourself through your own solicitor, because you'll know everything about the property, you'll know all the issues.